Okay, so Sasha, I got a few questions for you today. First question is from Alex Hunt. Um, hi, Sasha. So, my current situation is that I have recently shifted. I see now that the whole person appears in awareness. Feelings, emotions, thoughts, they all just pass through and dissolve in this awareness. It isn't something I am doing, it is just what happens now. So, I no longer suffer emotions or get twisted up in the mind and all it's seeking. I am completely indifferent to the change in experiences, which is absolutely amazing considering how much I used to suffer. My desired situation is to be in that unconditional happiness you talk about. My question to you is this indifference the same thing as unconditional happiness, or will it turn into that as realization deepens? I'm perfectly okay if this indifference is it, because it's hell of a lot better than what was going on before. But it doesn't seem to be uncaused joy, more like basic neutrality. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you for asking, Alex. This, so unconditional happiness is when there are no conditions on your happiness. So it sounds like the question is kind of coming from a place that says, am I happy yet? Is it okay to be okay now? Type of thing. So this is the kind of thing that we also need to look out for as well. Is it okay? Can I finally be okay now? Can I finally stop trying to remove my suffering? You don't have to remove your suffering. So the answer is, on one level, yes, it is okay to now stop removing your suffering, to stop doing things, but that doesn't make it the end of the journey, so to speak. And the journey, in my definition, is maybe slightly different to what most people may interpret it as. But so it's the answer to your question is yes and no. It's yes, because the premise of your question is there's obviously been a lot of seeking activity, and now you're coming to a place where there's been significant differences in your actual experience to the extent that there is genuine peace, but you feel that there's a level of indifference, meaning that maybe there's this maybe there's no deep, genuine existential zest, right? What I gather from what you're saying, there's no existential zest. There's just, hey, Saja, I'm not suffering like I used to. Is this enough? Do I have to keep doing things type of thing? Do you understand the kind of energy? This is what I'm feeling. I could be completely wrong. So to that, I answer, yes, it is the end of your seeking. You don't need to seek anymore, but that doesn't finish the journey, you see? The adventure now begins. Before you were seeking you were seeking treasure, you were seeking to end your suffering, but now the adventure begins in our true nature, and therefore we explore the nature of reality, we explore the nature of ourself with genuine open curiosity. Like you said, I don't mind if this indifference is it, because it's perfectly fine. Like I'm okay, I can accept that. But the thing is that there's also a part of us that just wants to give up, that just wants to end this game, that just wants to finish doing what we've always done, which is seek. And there's a level of numbness to that. There's a level of like a quality of just like, I just don't want to do this anymore type of vibe. And maybe you might feel, well, if I have to, I will. And that's great, because that energy is that the thing that feels like it's willing is willing in a different way. So you're no longer willing anymore to remove your suffering, but you're still willing to continue the adventure. And in fact, that is the place to be. You want to be willing to continue the adventure, because the adventure doesn't end. Why does it need to end? Because this adventure is not the same adventure as it was before. This adventure is a devotion to truth. The adventure I'm talking about is not the same seeking that we all seek for. The adventure I'm on, by the way, still today, here, sitting on this chair, I'm still exploring the truth. I'm just doing it now in front of a camera instead. It's the same adventure that I've always been on to varying degrees but now this adventure has just turned into something else. I don't want to get off the adventure, you see? I don't want to step off it. Why would I step off it? This adventure is life. This adventure is fun. It's like, why would I want to stop playing in a game that I enjoy, right? And that's not to say that this path is a game and that there's still a seeking going on, but that place of true, genuine investigation, curiosity, and playfulness is going to be it is a ripe energy for unconditional happiness to take place. So it's a ripeness. That's your mind is getting ripe. Before, your mind wasn't ripe. All your mind wanted to do was remove your suffering. But now it sounds like you're getting ripe. But we usually think getting ripe is like the end of the path. It's not. You are now ripe. You weren't ripe. You were like a baby fruit on the tree. It wasn't ripe yet. It was still green. You don't want to eat bananas when it's green, right? Now you're ripe. You are in the best position for the adventure now. Now, the beauty of this is that most people hear it, if they're still trying to remove their suffering, most people hear it and think, shit, there's still stuff to do. God, I can't be asked for this. They'll have that type of energy. Like, oh, really? Is this still? But if you're hearing this, and I'm right by saying that you're in this place, it's actually like, oh, wow, this is a new adventure. Like, this is something I didn't even consider before. This is something exciting. Exactly. You have more courage. It's more exciting. You feel more joy about it. It's like, oh, wow. And you will start, if you're understanding these words right now, or anyone else who feels similar to you, you will feel this existential zest starting to flourish. And that existential zest is literally it's the true happiness. Because the piece I thought I found was this numb, still emptiness, right? It's like this numb, still emptiness that I didn't have any excitations. For example, I didn't have any strong emotional reactions to anything, but I also didn't feel any sense of like over bubbling of joy. I felt quite numb. I felt peaceful, and that's why I thought that it was a good thing, but it was at the expense of feeling anything. You see, I couldn't feel anything. I sat there with my sister one day years ago, and she cried to me on the sofa, and I could not connect to her at all. My sister's now dead. You see, the impact that can have is that I had an opportunity to be with her. Not that I regret this, but this is a beautiful life experience I could have had with her that you look back on and think, wow, that was a time that I wasn't connecting to her. And it's not an issue. The thing is, the thing I'm pointing to is that is what life's about. It is being able to connect with the people that we love in those moments. And the peace that I found was so fragile that I could not open my heart and therefore feel what she was feeling and be there with her, truly. I just sat there blank, unable to even to find the compassion. Part of me maybe even questioned whether she was really suffering or what was going on, because I was still in this, I was unripe still. I still thought I had this peace that was really not what the peace that I now understand today is peace, but it allows us to feel everything with complete freedom. And so this is the existential zest that I speak of. And unconditional happiness is when this existential zest is flourished. There's no conditions left on happiness. And the happiness I speak of is this existential zest. It's not just this numb, dumb, depressing peace that's just bland and you don't feel much. You still have all the excitations of life because you want to feel life, right? Imagine like you walked around life and you couldn't feel your feet or your hands. You couldn't touch anything. It's like these feelings are a sensation or a sense, just like the sights that we see. Imagine being blind, deaf, and you couldn't smell or taste. That's not life, right? And if we suppress the feelings because we think we found this final peace, which is an illusion, and it was Francis Lucille who said one day that if you found a peace that doesn't come with any excitations of feeling, or a peace that doesn't come with a genuine feelings, that the peace that feels dry and numb, then you've mistaken the peace. And that was the thing that triggered that realization in me that I've stumbled on a cul-de-sac. I've stumbled on a piece that is not really true peace. And you can only learn something like that from someone who's obviously gone through it. Someone who's obviously, I mean, I don't know how old Francis is right now, but someone who's obviously stumbled on the wrong piece and then later found the true existential zest that we speak of and that I speak of here today. So I hope this resonates, Alex. Is it Alex? Just to make sure it's from Alex. Yeah, I hope this resonates, Alex. And yeah, thank you for the beautiful question. I have a link in the description, and I have a retreat happening at the end of the year. If anyone would like to join, the link is in the description. You can check that out and you can apply, and also the free community that as well is available to everyone. Thank you for being here. Have an amazing day, guys. Take care. Bye. Thank you, Ethan, for the question and reading.